So that's why it is called the Internet of Things. And as I've already said, that it is the broader spectrum or the super domain of this machine-to-machine communication, which was earlier. We have already seen the how to control the home appliances using this cell phone or using this GSM network. So that was the machine-to-machine communication. So still in IoT, there is machine-to-machine communication, but in the between two machines, and this IoT phenomena, IoT thing is the and broader aspect actually. So you can see that we have IoT devices, then IoT industries, and then one side we have the user control, and everything is connected to this IoT cloud. And there will be some networking communication between devices and cloud, industry and cloud, to and uh, ultimately we'll have all the data in one end, and that is the IoT cloud. So if we see the basic definition, so these are the identified blocks of this IoTs. First one is the artificial intelligence, then sensors, networks, electronics, and cloud messaging. So basically, the IoT is gaining the more power just because of the advanced artificial intelligence algorithm. Earlier, we had sensors, there were network, but just advancement of in this artificial intelligence, we can apply this IoT. We can apply this concept in the different domains, and with the advancement in the electronic equipment also, and in low power equipment are there, low power protocols are there, so that setup IoT setup can work for a long time. So the role of the different blocks, artificial intelligence, sensor, network, electronics, and cloud messaging is there, and if we combine these things in a single block, that will be your IoT architecture. So if we see this architecture, it will have some cloud infrastructure, and some networking gateways, some things. Things means physical object or smart object, which are connected to this IoT network. So this is the basic architecture of IoT. And actually, if we see the basic example, so this entire process of IoT starts with the device themselves. So at one end, there are devices. It could be a smartphone or a digital watch or any electronic appliance, so which actually communicate with IoT platform securely. So there is a secure communication with IoT platform. IoT platform means we are sending the data from our device through some communication protocol to an IoT platform, where it will be stored, and it can be sent to some other devices to set up a connection. So there are actually, if we see this architecture, it seems very simple, but there are billions of devices connected to through this mechanism. That's why it is called the Internet of Things. And the this IoT platform, what actually does, it collect and analyze the data from all multiple devices and transfer the most valuable data with the application to devices. So if we see the word most valuable data, it means we are analyzing the data and we are applying some algorithm to identify which data is most valuable. So coming to this part one, architecture, domain, and devices, it was the basic of IoT. We have identified the components of the IoT architecture. There will be some sensors, devices, network and gateways, like long range wireless network or wireless network, then cloud management service layer. So there will be some protocol, then application layer, because ultimately we users are controlling the things. So there will be some protocols at the application layer. So we'll see one by one the basics of these. This is the basic flow of data. There at one end we have sensors, then devices. Devices could be anything. The sensors can be connected to your mobile phone, or if we are designing any IoT based monitoring system, so it can be any Raspberry Pi board or Arduino board. Then it will be the data will be transferred to some routing give protocols, and it will be stored into the cloud. So in this, so we have these gateway cloud network is there. So ultimately data will be stored. So right now in currently there are different IoT platforms available actually, which stores the data and which facilitates all the users to share the data and use the data actually. So the IoT platform is a set of components that all allows developers to spread out the applications, remotely collect the data, secured connectivity, and execute sensors management. So there are already available platforms. So developers uh, uh, do not need to concern about this how to collect and how to establish the communication. We can use these already available platform like Amazon Web Services there. Then there is Azure by Microsoft. Then Cloud IoT by Google. Then there is a Watson IoT platform by IBM. So any user can use these IoT platform to uh, collect the data and establish the communication and how and to manage the sensor data. So it is for one user, and so the multiple users. So multiple means I'm saying the billions of data can be collected here in these type of platforms. So that's why this is very important. This is the IoT in one example in IoT in commercial building. So you can see at the right hand we have the detailed and actionable reporting. So what to do after getting the reports? So we have to take some action. So suppose in a building there are multiple rooms, so many rooms. There are air conditioner and we can set and reset. We can increase or decrease the temperature. So we can monitor the temperature of the different blocks of a building. Okay. So if some room is consuming less energy, then we can find that in a detailed report. And if some room or some block is needed for some urgent energy, so we can supply more energy to that block. It will be in terms of power, but of this. So we can perform this IoT energy management in a commercial building. So it is to show the flow of this energy consumption monitoring action. When we again come to the architecture, then there are some smart objects in IoT. So these are the some physical objects, but those physical objects are capable of these do some networking, and they can be reconfigured, and they have the local control of the resources. So that's why these objects are this smart, and the data collected from these smart objects need to be stored, and these smart objects need energy actually. So that's why we are calling these objects as smart objects, because we these objects need energy, and that should be low energy actually. So smart object is an object that enhances the interaction with other smart object as well as with people also. And ultimately this word of IoT is the heterogeneous connection of these smart objects. It could be computer, sensor, RFID devices, embedded computers, anything. So all these smart objects are connected together, and that will form the IoT architecture. So you can see the different devices here. We have these data collection devices, smart machinery, phones and tablets, home automations, medical devices, security systems. So all of these are the smart objects, because these objects are capable to perform some networking, to analyze their energy state, and take the control. They can take the control of their resources also. So if we see the inside of these what is inside of these smart objects. So these smart objects will have internet connectivity. So the single device will be connected to internet, and it will be connected through other devices through this internet. So there will be some internet. Then this object will have some local connectivity using LAN or WAN. Then it will be embedded system computing kind of device. it will be it is enabled with Bluetooth, Ethernet, and Zigbee kind of communication protocol. And there will be some IP version 6 addressing to address more number of the devices. We can connect with peripheral devices. We can connect with sensors and actuators. So this is the inside of any smart object. It could be your mobile phone. It could be your laptop, or it could be any Raspberry Pi based board, and which is planted somewhere in industry. So at least these connectivity, these peripherals, these sensors or actuators drivers should be there in that smart device. So that smart object actually. And if you see, there is one more term that is called the IoT devices. So IoT devices are basically we can see in terms of boards, like we have Arduino board or Raspberry Pi board. So we can connect those board to internet through some protocols. We can embedded those devices with technology, which and so that they can communicate to each other, interact to each other. So those boards are basically called the IoT devices. And if we see, those IoT devices are capable of this communicating to each other. So there will be some wireless protocol, and based on this IEEE 802.14.4 standard, so there will be some wireless this IEEE protocol, and there will be some interface from where we can attach the sensors, and it could be wireless sensor, actuators, computer devices, anything. So these devices are connected over the internet. There will be connection with internet, and which enables the data transfer among objects or people, and definitely that will be automatic without human intervention. So we already know the two popular devices. One is the Arduino board, and another is the Raspberry Pi. So if we see, the Arduino boards are the basic boards which are having the microcontroller, and we can control the objects uh, in the physical and digital world by using the Arduino boards. And we have some pins, analog and digital pins are there, and we can uh, establish the serial interface connection with Arduino boards, and we can write the program in this in its these we have so many open source tools and codes available to load the programs, to load these Arduino boards. Other than this Arduino, where we have this second board that is very popular, that is the Raspberry Pi. So you can see here with these Arduino board is basically there is a major difference between Arduino and Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi is
Hello, sir. Sir, your voice not coming.
Hello, Abhishek sir. You are not audible.
Sir, you are not audible. Actually, sir, we have only 4 minutes.
Hello. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So sorry for this, and I think the time is very limited. So these are the popular boards, and depending on this requirement, power consumption, and wireless connectivity cost and everything, we can select the which board we want to pick, Arduino or Raspberry Pi. So these are the parameters, and we see this IoT platform have the different things like it can connect the hardware and applications, and there are
Sorry
different kind of
to excuse me, sir. Sorry to interrupt you, sir. Only 5 minutes left, so we have show something for you. Actually, we are doing it online, so we show some momentum with you, sir. So please, I would request Rajan sir, please show certificate, sir.
Yes. सर शेयर हो सर दिख रहा है कि नहीं सर्टिफिकेट क्यों नहीं आ रहा सर्टिफिकेट नहीं आ रहा आगे ओके हाँ
Hello. Thank you very much, Abhishek sir. This is a certificate from our institute to be a part of this FDP. And thank you very much, Abhishek sir, for giving such a very nice lecture on IoT technology. I think students get benefited by this. Thank you, sir.
okay.